start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
BYU with the 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hacks close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. Sweet cut there.
1st down. Physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Making side adjustments here. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass to catch.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now the play fake. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. You've got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got...
Makes a grab right down the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. White going to attack through the air. He's got an open man. Turning it on. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The Bears have it with a 1st and goal. Fullback's got it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
There's an old school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Found a little bit of running room, not down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Quarterback making checks. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. White wants to throw it. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
White going to attack through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. gets the grab on the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And the Bears will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Touchdown, Cougars. Special teams proving to be special.
You're down. You need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You can hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll run the off-tackle play here. At the 35, he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. White wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Wants to fire on second down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
White going to attack through the air. Here's the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Connection to the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not looking quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Back open in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Try to move the chains. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had.
Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is
right down the middle. Touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move. Can't get him to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Extending the play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. White wants to throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt.
Returner runs out of bounds.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
They booted away on 4th down. Fields the punt, looking for daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. White going to attack through the air. Got a man. It's Gore. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and it's just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now, and you've got the defense on their heels.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. And as he throws, grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Splits the uprights, it's good. That brings them to within 1. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He makes the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. White wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Pass completion, moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Third down coming Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Gore. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Bears have moved it inside the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. On the option. He'll toss it. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Snags a quick pass on the left. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back has it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on the last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. That slices the lead to 2.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
White going to attack through the air. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
defensive end turned the corner fast.
And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. Touchdown, BYU! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
White wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. These corners backing off a bit. He'll take another shot here. Reels it in down the left side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Takes it the other way. The 40, at the 30, the 10, touchdown Cougar. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? first guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall when the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. White going to attack through the air. Got the back over the middle. He breaks a tackle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He tries to take the top off. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period and will carry that one into the fourth. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Spin, still running. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle, because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Bears! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. They're trailing by 10 to East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
Normally, I would say, fourth and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
And the Bears will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Cougars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Unloads quickly. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back to back.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At the 35, he's loose. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Keeps it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So,
oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Baylor! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's not going to make it. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th, and hope to push this edge out to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing quickly to the tight end. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
They'll run it to the right side.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now and ticking away, and that is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, BYU.
All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game. He splits the uprights. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
He gets a block. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better?